enjoyed that workout. Way harder than I initially thought it was going to be.
Yeah. All right, so good morning, Reid. Here we are in beautiful Bromont, Quebec, and you're about to do a intensity workout on the hilly roads around here. So it's been about 3 weeks now since you've done the Run Rabbit Run 100 mile. So how has your recovery been since the race?
I took 5 days off, spent a lot of time on my bike because I don't do well sitting still. And no, I feel really good. The biggest thing is just getting to JFK and not being injured. So training's going to be a little less mileage, a bit more intensity, but we're kind of just reintroducing intensity right now. Okay. So today it's just 90-second pickups, nothing big. I split up my tempo on Tuesday, whereas normally I would do a pretty long tempo effort. We're really playing with recovery and just trying to make sure I can get these mountain legs turning over fast. Yeah,
because I mean, Run Rabbit Run was a very, like, it's in altitude, has a lot of elevation. Were the trails technical or?
Some of it was technical, but a good portion was very runnable. Okay. But yeah, you're dealing with 10,000 plus feet of like altitude up there, and yeah, it's very different racing than JFK. JFK is kind of a road race with a trail at the start, so it's a very different beast. So I mean, 9 weeks or 8.5 weeks of turnover, it's a pretty fast turnover from a 100 miler.
Yeah, because I guess most people, we would usually do like a 50 mile in preparation for a 100 miles, so you're doing like the other way around. So it's mostly getting back your speed right now, is what you're saying? Yeah,
it's just trying to stay injury free, but get some speed back, because I did spend a lot of time going up and down hills in New Brunswick to get ready for Run Rabbit Run. So kind of not forgetting about vertical, but just not being the primary focus anymore.
If I'm not mistaken, you come more from a triathlon background. You used to do a lot of competition before?
Yeah, so I was chasing the Olympic dream in triathlon, and came up pretty short, if I'm being completely honest, but yeah, I got to see a lot of parts of the world, and yeah, I just love the lifestyle. It's pretty similar to the lifestyle I'm actually living now, just a lot of training and just all your decisions kind of are focused around training. So like sleep, recovery, just everything you're doing is about that sport. And I think that's like kind of the obsession that you need in ultra running. So I see a lot of parallels. I haven't been in the pool since I stopped in 2017 or 2018, but no, I still hop on the bike every now and then, and yeah, it was a really important part of my life. And
And how did your experience in triathlon influence your training approach to running? Because when I think about triathletes, I think of people very like intense on numbers and that measure like everything, like lactate, stuff like that. So how has that influenced your training approach now?
So one of the reasons why triathlon started to, like, I lost interest in it was early mornings, and it was all that data. So I try to analyze it less. I mean, I was brought up in a sport where you analyze everything, and like on the bike you're just staring at a power meter and not enjoying the scenery as much. So now I definitely do that on my workout days, which would be like Tuesday and Thursday. And then I try to get creative and explore a lot more on the other days. So I mean, I run almost every day, don't take a lot of rest days. So that's something I kind of brought from triathlon as well. And the other thing that's just been really cool is that you get to like the biggest week I did for Run Rabbit Run was like 187K or something, and it's still overall volume is almost half of what I used to do.
Okay. In terms of time, like
time-wise, yeah.
Okay.
So my body's just used to it because I've been doing that
So much
kind of
volume
training since I was 15 years old.
Nice. That's awesome. You said today the workout is 90-second reps. So how many are you expecting to do, and what's the recovery going to look like?
It's just 12 times 90 seconds, which to me doesn't seem like a lot. And then there's just a minute in between.
Okay.
And the other thing, especially with a race like JFK, is I'll start pretty like easy. Like I won't go hard for the first couple, and I'll feel it out, and then I'll hopefully descend. And the last probably 4 reps be the fastest of the set.
Right. Yeah.
Feels fast when you're coming up 100 miles.
Oh, it is fast. I can confirm that. So now 1 minute rest, easy jog. Awesome.
And the recovery will probably get slower.
Yeah.
As the workout progresses too.
So do you look at splits after each rep or not at all?
Kind of looking a little bit.
Yeah.
Just to make sure I'm not like really slacking.
Yeah.
But in general, as long as I'm under 330, even if we're doing one of climbing pace,
Yeah.
that's good enough.
Perfect.
Like JFK race pace will probably be like somewhere between 4-minute Ks and 4:30s.
Okay.
So anything significantly faster than that,
Yeah, it's gonna help
is
make
gonna
it.
benefit me.
Yeah. All right. I'll take a head start on that one. So on your left here, there's usually some pretty angry dogs, but they're usually attached, so it shouldn't be too bad. But always a bit scary.
Might have to start the interval early.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. So one more before we turn around?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Feel pretty hot today. I guess the thing, right, with this training block is like some days, like I think I'm just gonna feel pretty garbage and just have to push through. Like I said, with such it's a fast 50 mile, but it's still slow in the grand scheme of like running.
Yeah.
That anything faster, like 3:30, just gonna help with turnover and all that coming from Mountain 100. And that minute just keeps on going by fast. Fast.
All right, I'll wait for you here.
That's good.
Good job.
My pace is irrelevant because that was
all uphill.
the hardest one so far.
Yeah.
I think I was 410 per K or something.
Yeah.
There's just so much uphill. But training for trails, not roads, so
Yeah.
it's all good.
Those hills didn't seem so steep.
Yeah,
We were going down.
Oh, this workout just got a lot harder.
All right, 4 reps to go. So,
Is there? don't even know.
No?
I don't count.
Oh, I'm pretty sure you're at 8 reps now.
I do my, I let my watch count. Because my brain doesn't work when I'm doing workouts. Just shut it off.
So how do you know when you're done though?
It'll tell me, it'll like beep.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, you're right. You're going.
Nice.
That's fine.
Let's go. Oh, you're good. Oh, good job, man. Ah, that was hard.
Oh, the hell's made that workout. way harder than I initially thought it was gonna be.
Yeah. It was mostly downhill to start, and then we finished for like mostly uphill.
Yeah.
Like at the start, we didn't even realize it was that much downhill.
Okay, I know. It's like, I feel kind of good, and then I turned around at that construction, and it was like, whew, I feel very out of breath. Because a lot of the recoveries, I was hitting the hills too.
That's true.
So, I mean, good workout, like I said. It's just about going a little faster than 50-mile pace.
Yeah. Do you look at heart rate or any data like that, like grade adjusted pace or?
I'll look at grade adjusted pace a bit on a workout like today.
Yeah.
Kind of just to reassure myself that I'm not out of shape, even though I know I'm not.
Yeah.
This is when like I have a stride power meter, and on my foot here, like that's what that pod is. Yeah. And this is when I will take a peek at that data.
Okay. Because
power is pretty consistent. So if I'm pushing, I don't know, 350, 360 watts on the downhills to around 310s, 315s, 320s, and then I'm pushing 360, 370 watts on those uphill intervals where it was like 410, even 415 or something on a couple of those.
Yeah.
If that's consistent, then that's another metric that I might use.
Nice.
It's kind of the only time I really look at power. Other than that, I have no idea what it means.
Okay.
But it does seem similar to my bike day power.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't wear a heart rate monitor. I find wrist heart rate's pretty unreliable. Mm-hmm. And I think RP, like rate of perceived exertion, is pretty important for trail running.
Okay.
Like I mentioned this off camera when we were chatting earlier, but yeah, like a 14-minute kilometer if you're going straight up a mountain might equate to a 3-minute kilometer going down a hill. Mm-hmm. And understanding that and understanding how to pace that, I think is a really important skill. So I don't think heart rate or power or any metric can really tell you that other than figuring it out for yourself.
Mm-hmm. You seem to be really focused on the 100-mile distance. So looking long term, are there any ultras that you specifically want to do? Like
so I'm working on getting a visa right now because like all of my goals are very state centric. So Leadville,
nice.
Hard Rock's kind of in the back of my head, but Western States is kind of the main motivator. So next year I'll probably hit 2 golden ticket races.
Oh yes. Have you decided which ones?
So Canyon's actually won an entry because I filled out a survey from this year.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do that one for sure. And then I think Black Canyon, but it's dependent on the visa. It's just been really hard to get into the States right now. So if it comes through, then I'll definitely do it.
Nice.
If it doesn't, then I might just hold off till Canyons. And the goals is like long term, so I don't necessarily think I'm gonna get a golden ticket this year, unless I have like the perfect day or something, but it's more about like 2024. What does 2024 look like? And where should I put most of my energy? Like what race? Is it Black Canyon? Is it Canyons? Does the structure of getting into Western States change? And just kind of exploring where my strengths are.
All right, well man, best of luck with the rest of your training for JFK, and we'll see each other there. I can't wait to see you there and finally meet Elliot Cardena, because he's definitely been a name on the Canadian scene. I've wanted to meet him since he did really well at Black Canyon a few years ago. Exactly. Awesome.